The surname Fitzpatrick is the known translation of at least two different surnames, Giolla Phádraig and Maol Phádraig, from the original Irish to English. Currently, it is ranked as the 60th most common surname in Ireland, with an estimated 12,700 individuals bearing the name. While both Giolla Phádraig and Maol Phádraig have similar meanings, they are likely unrelated, yet both have arrived in the modern era as Fitzpatrick. Despite the prefix Fitz, Fitzpatrick is not a name of Hiberno-Norman descent. History and origins. Giolla Phádraig was a 10th-century king of Ossory, a kingdom in between Munster and Leinster in Ireland. According to William Carrigan, this kingdom was founded by Aengus Osrith, who flourished sometime about the latter half of the 2nd century of the Christian era. Giolla Phádraig's reign commenced some 8 centuries later in 976 AD, and he reigned until he was slain in 996 AD. His sons were subsequently styled Giolla Phádraig. By far the most important branch of the sept is the Giolla Phádraig family, whose chief was known as Baron Upper Ossory. At one time he was royal ruler over the kingdom of Ossory. Following the Norman invasion in the late 12th century, the power was vastly diminished by the activity of William Marshal, 1st Earl of Pembroke, and later of the ascendancy of the Ormond Butlers and other Hiberno-Norman magnates. Although the patrimony was restricted to Upper Ossory, the Giolla Phádraigs were by no means dispossessed of all the property. Brian Og Giolla Phádraig was the first Irish noble to accept the surrender and regrant terms of Henry VIII, and as a result in 1541, Brian became the first to assume the surname Fitzpatrick in place of Giolla Phádraig, for which he was created Baron Upper Ossory in the Irish House of Lords. In the 17th century, the Fitzpatricks lost considerable territory through the staunch support of James II. Nevertheless, the head of the sept received a peerage in 1714 as Baron Gorn, which was elevated to Earl of Upper Ossory in 1751. A third title, Baron Castletown, was granted in 1869. Records from 1878 show that no less than 22,000 acres of the finest land in Ossory was owned by the family. There is also a considerable concentration of Fitzpatricks in the Border counties of Ireland, in County Cavan, Fermanagh, Monaghan, and County Leitrim. These Fitzpatricks of the Border counties are most likely the descendants of the Maol Phádraigs, who originated from Clogher in County Tyrone. However, there is some scholarly dispute to this. John Francis Shearman states in the Osorian genealogical tables within his Loci Patriciana that some of these northern concentrations of Fitzpatricks are descendants from the main Giolla Phádraig stock, many fleeing Osorians being driven into Connacht after the devastating raids by Muirketach MacLachlan in 1156. DNA tests indicate a Leinster origin for County Down Fitzpatricks, which would provide some level of corroboration to the idea of an early Giolla diaspora within Ireland. The Fitzpatricks of Fermanagh are most likely descended from the clan Maguire of Fermanagh. Notable Fitzpatricks. The name is found throughout the world, and several individuals and different families have been prominent. Apart from the lords and earls of Upper Ossory, also prominent was Brian Giolla Phádraig, Vicar Apostolic of Ossory, who was murdered by Cromwellian soldiers. He was instrumental in saving the Book of the O'Byrne, which he had transcribed, from destruction. Cenotaphs built in the 18th century on the Inishmore commemorate another landed branch closely related to lords of Upper Ossory. The family of Sir Percy Fitzpatrick made a major contribution to the political formation of South Africa. Patrick Fitzpatrick was a trusted colleague of Daniel O'Connell. Fitzpatricks have also contributed with significant influence and success in high office in Ireland, England, Canada, India, Australia and the United States. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a Harvard-educated NFL quarterback. Vocalist Vitamin C is a stage name for Colleen Fitzpatrick. Brad Fitzpatrick is a notable programmer who, amongst other things, founded the LiveJournal blog site. Major Thomas Fitzpatrick from Cavan, Indian agent to the Sioux, Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes, brought peace to the Plains Indians of North America in 1851 at Fort Laramie. Michael Sean Fitz Fitzpatrick is a French-American musician who is the lead vocalist and principal songwriter of the neo-soul indie pop band Fitz, and the Tantrums, armorial bearings and mottos. The Fitzpatrick motto, Fortis sub forte faticit, can be interpreted as the strong will yield to the strong. A second motto in Irish, Sayar Ladir Abu, translates loosely to right and mighty forever. Modern research. Since 2000, the Fitzpatrick-Giolla Phádraig Clan Society has been at the forefront of researching and promoting the history of the name. Members from across the world have shared information and history, and biennial and triennial international clan gatherings have been held in Portlaoise and Kilkenny, Ireland for participants to present the research and visit historical sites of interest to the clan.